So welcome back to DC Silver Age Storytime, and today's story comes from Superman's Girlfriend, Lois Lane, number 25, published in May 1961 with story by Robert Bernstein and art by Kurt Schaffenberger. But I swear I'll pay you. Just give me more time to raise the money. Please, give me a chance. Okay, Miss Lane, we'll give you till 6 o'clock. If you don't kick in with $5,000, the world will learn your terrible secret. Lois Lane's darkest secret. Blackmailers work on the theory that everybody, even the most innocent-appearing person, has a skeleton in his closet, some dread secret that the world must never discover, or else his life and reputation would be ruined. What is the awful truth which girl reporter Lois Lane is keeping from society? That she's willing to pay almost any amount, up to $5,000, rather than allow it to be revealed by a gang of blackmailers. So she's out and about, and she spots the actress Sandra Thorne going into a beauty parlor, and decides to follow her in. I'm Jacques of Paris, mademoiselle. You will be taken care of in the utmost privacy, as you requested. This way, please. I'll have to do some clever maneuvering to get her alone, so I'd better not tie myself up with a big hairdo job. So I guess she wants to interview her. Since you have no appointment, miss, you will have to wait your turn for a manicure. Fine, I'll hang my things in the dressing room, but instead of waiting, I'll look around for Sandra Thorne. This sure is a fancy beauty parlor. I've poked my nose into dozens of little plush rooms. It's a wonder I haven't been caught or thrown out by now. Wait, I think I can hear Jacques' voice. Look, she's lost consciousness. Ah, there's a crack in the wall. I can see into the next booth. Yes, there's Sandra Thorne sitting under the dryer. As usual, our scheme is working perfectly. Sandra Thorne is completely under the influence of our truth-telling gas. Ours is indeed a cunning little racket. We select a victim for blackmail, we place her under the dryer. At a twist of the switch, it releases a colorless, odorless gas. Diamethyl... Why, that's truth-telling gas. Under its influence, a victim may reveal secrets that can be used for blackmail, and when she awakens, she remembers nothing. All right, Rita, record everything Miss Thorne says as I question her. I'm ready, Jacques. You've cooperated beautifully, Miss Thorne. Now tell us your greatest secret. Remember, we're your friends, so speak freely. Yes, I can trust you, but the rest of the world must never know. My father is an ex-convict. He spent 10 years in prison. He's gone straight now, but if my secret ever came out, my movie career would be ruined. There, Miss Thorne, we'd never tell, if you pay us enough not to. Well, we got the necessary information. Soon this poor girl will come out of the trance-like state and never remember she revealed any secrets or to whom. Now finish drying her hair so she'll suspect nothing. The skunks! They intend to blackmail her, and Lois Lane just makes an excuse and heads out and goes over to Sandra Thorne's house to tell her what happened. It sounds incredible, Lois, yet it must be true. How else could you have found out my innermost secret? There is the phone. If it's the blackmailer, you'll soon have proof that I've told you the truth. So it is the blackmailer. And Lois says we're gonna wait and try to trap them. Well, it's done. The messenger will be here tonight to get the ring. They want her wedding ring, which is apparently worth quite a bit. Good. When he leaves, we'll call the police to trail him and arrest Jacques when he gives him your ring. And a delivery boy shows up with a box. Not what they had expected. Thanks. Too bad. I expected one of Jacques' accomplices to show up, not this innocent messenger boy. I wonder what's inside the box. Lois, it's a pigeon, a carrier pigeon. The cunning scoundrels. This must be the messenger the blackmailers use to pick up their hush money. There's a note inside that capsule. It says, Miss Thorne, put the ring in the capsule strapped to the pigeon's leg. If your fiancé asks what happened to your ring, tell him you lost it. He's a millionaire. He'll buy you another. I don't care if he doesn't. I'll pay the blackmailers anything not to reveal my secret. So the bird heads out, and Lois has a plan. It's better if I lay a trap that'll catch Jacques red-handed. Don't you think I could use a hair shampoo and a color rinse? And very soon, like tomorrow. Gosh, Lois, you have nerves of steel. I wouldn't set foot in that beauty parlor again, even if it meant winning an Academy Award. So Lois does some research on the truth serum or gas and makes a discovery. So, and then she tells Clark, so now you know how the blackmailers operate. Goodness knows how many people they have blackmailed. But they might be too much for you to tackle yourself, Lois. Why don't you ask for Superman's help? Don't be silly, Clark. I want all the credit for catching them. Besides, what have I got to be afraid of? Even if I were affected by Jacques' truth-telling gas, I don't have any secrets to reveal, like, say, knowing Superman's secret identity. Lois may be biting off more than she can chew. So she gets a call. Miss Lane, this is Professor Boone, curator of the Metropolis Museum. Yes, Professor Boone, what can I do? One of the expeditions just brought in a large kryptonite meteor found in the desert. As you know, it's deadly to Superman. If you see Superman, have him contact us to suggest some way of getting rid of it. Why, of course, Professor. I'll mention it the instant I see him. So, turns out that drinking a whole carton of milk will make her immune to the truth gas. And then she goes into the different room, the room where they have it set up to release the gas. Holy smokes, Rita, tell Jacques not to bring that dame in here. The room's been occupied by mistake. Another customer is under the dryer. Just as I planned. I've taken a prospective victim's place now to keep up the pretense that the truth gas has affected me. Minutes after, as Jacques of Paris rushes in. Jacques, I've gone through her purse and found these clippings. Do you know who she is? Planet reporter Lois Lane, Superman's girlfriend. What a stroke of luck. She must know many important secrets, maybe even about Superman. Lois Lane, do you hear me? Yes, I hear you. I am your friend now. Can you tell me any secrets about Superman? For example, do you know his secret identity? No, but don't ask me about myself. I once did something terrific. My life would be ruined. I don't know why she said terrific. If people ever found out, they think the gas has me, that I'm compelled to tell the truth. What is this terrible secret? I order you to speak. Okay, you rat. Here comes the biggest lie I can invent. To get a big scoop, I once let an innocent man, Henry Carter, go to the electric chair. I identified him as a killer, but he wasn't guilty. But you mustn't tell anyone. I'll do anything. Only don't expose me. I'll lose my job. Superman will hate me. I might even go to prison for giving false testimony. Tush, Lois. Your secret is safe with us. We wouldn't harm you. Not much. So she's back at her apartment. I'll bet that Jacques the blackmailer contacted me. Well, he's walked into a trap. When the pigeon is delivered, I'll keep it boxed up until I can contact Superman. Then when the pigeon flies back to the blackmailers, Superman can follow it. It's them. They're threatening me. I'll put on an act. Please don't reveal my secret. I'll give you all my savings, $5,000. Just give me time to go to the bank. Okay, when you have till 6 o'clock, when our messenger will arrive to pick up the dough. Have 5 $1,000 bills ready. Well, chums, in a few hours we'll collect $5,000. Don't count your money yet, Jacques. I found this milk container in the wastebasket of the hairdryer room. And I checked on Lois Lane's secret. The man that she sent to the chair, Henry Carter, doesn't exist. There was no such case. You know what this milk means, Jacques. She must have been able to look up the antidote for blah, 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 diammo. In a medical dictionary, the gas has no effect if a victim drinks a pint of milk immediately before being exposed. So she faked that story to trap us. Well, she'll pay for that tale with her life. And she gets a caller at the door. That's funny. If that's the blackmailer's messenger, he's an hour ahead of schedule, and I still haven't been able to reach Superman. But it is the criminals, and they quickly gas her. And now she actually is under the influence of the truth gas. What do I know? And they ask her her secret again. What do I know that can hurt Superman? Well, I just learned from the Metropolis Museum that they've received a kryptonite meteor that they're waiting for Superman to get rid of. He needn't bother. We'll gladly take it off their hands, eh, friends? Why didn't I take Clark Kent's advice and seek Superman's help? By revealing the existence of the kryptonite meteor, I've given Gangland the means to destroy Superman. You're doomed too, Miss Lane. We'll kill you after my assistants load the kryptonite inside the truck. So they snatch it up, but one of the criminals hears something inside moving around, and out pops Superman. I guess I surprised you too, Lois. Well, Clark Kent told me about the rash decision to take on the blackmailers herself, so as a precaution, in case you were tricked into revealing any vital secrets. I asked Professor Boone, the curator of the museum, to phone you about a kryptonite meteor which I supplied. It was really a fake meteor. Thus, believing you were telling the truth, you would only reveal a falsehood to the blackmailers. I get it. Then, if they tried to steal the fake meteor, you would capture them. It was perfect bait. The next day, as Lois and Clark walked through the Metropolis Park, unlike Jacques' carrier pigeon, these pigeons are content with crumbs, not diamond rings. And speaking of crumbs, Jacques fixed himself good. In a few weeks, he'll be a jailbird. Yes, I'm sort of glad I had Superman clip his wings.